Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today I got an exciting palette. It came in finally, right? I think I ordered this actually before I ordered the Too Faced palette, but the Too Faced palette came in real quick, real quick. I ordered both off of the websites. You can get it at Ulta, both palettes. I don't think you can get it at Sephora yet, but today we will be playing with the Tarte Maneater Nightfall palette. And look at this packaging. Is it not pretty? This one here is just this is the MANEATER After Dark. So this was the first one. This was last year. And this is this year's. So black, purple. Like that. You can distinguish them. You open them up. This one up. And this is what it looks like. And this is the newer one again. Of course, it came with the sleeve that said MANEATER across it. And then you open this one up. And it comes with a sleeve also this like this MANEATER, and this one looks like this. So you can see that I definitely have my grubby little fingers in this palette for sure. So let me show you both of them side by side so you can get a feel for them. There are some shades that are like, are they dupes? Are they duplicates? I mean, I see a couple, you know what I mean? But for the overall gist, it is different. So, I mean, if you have this one, it is different enough for if you wanted to get this one. Again, like I've said, I've really been enjoying Tarte's formula as of late. Probably the last 2 years, probably. I've really been enjoying their formula. Now, Too Faced has been hit and miss with me. I've made no, it is what it is, However, their latest palette is really good. And I've already did a couple looks with it. I've actually been playing with it since I got it, to be honest. And I've enjoyed it. I really have. I really like that palette. But, this one here, of course, you get more shades. And they're about the same price point, really. But the Tarte one's a little more, but it does have more shades, like I said. The color scheme is different, too. So, again, if you got one, it's not going to be the same if you had to choose between the Tarte or the MANEATER one. Or the Tarte MANEATER or the Too Faced Pancake one. They are different. But let's get started because I don't know if I like this one more than last year's or if I like last year's more than this one, but I will say across the board with the shades that I used today to create this eye look, they're similar as the palette from the original MANEATER palette, so that's nice to know. So let's go ahead and start. And what I've done basically, because just like the other one you can work in rows, I don't know if you could work in columns. Maybe. But you definitely can work in rows. And I like that in the sense of if you didn't want to play a guessing game. But if you're not, if you want to jump all over, you can. But let's go ahead and get started. The first shade we're going to go into is Pause Off, which is this one right here, this brown. It's like a contour color, really, for me personally. But it is nice to start the eye look with, for sure. And like the Too Faced, I'm looking at this palette and going, I want to create more looks. I want to use it. Now, the thing with that is, what I was thinking is, am I doing it because I like it? Or am I doing it because it is a new palette, so it's exciting and new, you know what I mean? And it is a little bit of both. I won't lie. It's a little bit of both. But where the Too Faced is a little bit different with that saying is because it's been a long time since I've liked the Too Faced palette. So, I am excited to play with that one. Where with Tarte, everything they've been coming out with, for the most part, have, like, their palettes have been really, really good, solid. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get your money's worth. Okay, now we're going to go into Vixen, which is this color right here. And that's a good thing when you're spending your money. You know, you want to know you're going to get a good quality, whatever it is, whether it be an eyeshadow, a lipstick, whatever it may be. You don't want to feel like you just blew what little bit of money you set aside for makeup, you know? And it kind of is how I was feeling. I won't lie. Like, I had the money put back for the Tarte palette. I knew I wanted it. But when the Too Faced palette, I really did think about not getting that. I won't lie. A, it wasn't in the tin packaging, which I really enjoy. Now, some people, I understand, like the cardboard. And B, I just have not been enjoying their palettes for whatever the reason. And I'm not saying they don't have good palettes, because they do. Their Born This Way palettes are great, you know. But some, you know, their milk chocolate palette is great. Their sweet peach palette is great. You know, all those are great for what they are. Again, for what they are. But in today's market, you know, you have got to bring it, because there's just so many brands out there to choose from, you know. Now we're going to go into Passionate, which is this purpley color right here. And we're going to darken up this outer corner here. We're going to ignore the rest of the face. Not that the makeup's bad, but y'all, I didn't know. And let me tell you, if right through here, my skin feels like alligator skin. Okay, so I bought the new mask from Ole Henderson, whatever that brand is. It's an AHA mask, right? My skin, okay, y'all, is pretty tough. Pretty tough. And I use the mask as directed. It's now in the sense of, I thought, well, I can go the full, I think it said 5 to 10 minutes. Just for beginners, 5, you know, up to 10. Well, I assumed my skin had built that up, right? I mean, I use AHAs, I use the Dr. Dennis Gross pads and all that. Nope, sure wasn't. Let me tell you, it completely hurt my skin. So if you purchase that mask, please wear it for 5 minutes, rinse it off. See how your skin does. Because let me tell you, that is one powerful mask. It packs a punch. 100%. So now, okay, we're going to go into After Dark, which is this shade right here, this blue shade. I do think there's a lot of pretty, like if you did jump around, there's a lot of pretty looks in this palette, you all. And I will say that, like I said, the mattes are blendable, pigmented, buildable, like they're everything they've been as of late. The formula is the same. Same with the metallic shades and the shimmers. They're the same. I will say I got a little bit of fallout, but we all know that's going to happen due to the fact that I don't spray my brushes and I don't lay anything down. For especially the first time, because I want you to see, you know, how it applies. Okay. For the waterline, I use ColourPop's gel liner and Exit, the white one, just so you know, in case I forget to say, because it happens. Okay, now we're going to go into the shade Mysterious, which is this blue metallic, okay? We're going to put that on the outer part of the lid, and then we're going to go into Sizzle for the inner portion of the lid. Just so I don't have to pick this thing back up again. I will say that these are big palettes. They're kind of easy to store because, you know, they're slim, but they're still big nonetheless. So I am going to build that up on the outer portion of the lid. that blue shade. And again, I'm not spraying it. I don't think that I didn't get fallout with this shade, I don't think, to be honest. But it is very pretty. You do have to kind of build it up though. It is kind of sheer, to be honest. I mean, granted, I'm spreading it, but still yet it's, even if I have to pack it in there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just letting you know, it does look nice on the eye. It lays nicely. Okay. Now we're going to go into that shade Sizzle. And I'm going to put, this is the shade, I kind of got a little bit of fallout on this eye, but we're going to be careful and really just pat this on, since I know I got fallout the first time. We'll be a little more careful. I didn't think I'd get the fallout, to be honest, but I did. So we're just going to be careful with it, is all. But I do like the way these colors blend into each other. Like, to me, that is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, then for inner corner, we're going to go into the shade Fascinate, which is this one right up here. And again, I got fallout with this one, so we're going to be careful. And I'm going to just pat it where I want it, since I am aware. I took it up a little bit. Not much, but a little. Yeah. That is such a pretty shade too. I really have been enjoying Tarte palettes, I won't lie. Alright, I'm going to use the Lash Paradise now. The primer. To prime the top lashes. Kind of been enjoying priming them. I feel like the mascara kind of holds better. I don't know, it's just weird. I do think that it does work though. Like, I don't think it's a useless step. Maybe a little unnecessary, like if you're in a rush. But if you can take your time, or if you have extra time, I would highly suggest trying a lash primer, because I do think it does provide a little bit of something. Just a little bit. Nothing like crazy, mind you, but a little bit of something. I'm just going to push them up. And we can get the primer on the bottom lashes though. Pick it off. Oh, and my nail polish is, of course, the Q Colors. It's in Spinal, I think. But it's so pretty. It's a purple. So yeah, but I mean, really, it's up to you and what color story you're looking for. I think as far as performance, with the mattes, they're kind of the same. If you're looking for a more metallic look on the eye, I think Tarte has the better metallic. But I'm not so sure. I kind of think I like the color story a little bit more of the Too Faced. Or it could just be, like I said, it's been so long since I've liked a Too Faced palette that, like, I'm so excited to like one. You know what I mean? I'm not really for sure on that, to be honest. But I will say that no matter how you really go with this, I think you'll like both palettes. It's more of the question, like, which color story would you enjoy more, and you know, what way of your metallics do you want? Do you want the more metallic look, or do you want the subtle metallic look? This is the best way for me to describe it to you. Because Too Faced is much more subtle than Tarte's. But again, both lay nicely on the eyes. Both are easy to use. Both perform well. Both last long. So it's just really your call on it. For mascara for the top lashes, I was waiting for that to dry. I think it's dried. Seems still a little wet. We'll give it a minute. But I'm going to use the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. And then for the bottom lashes, we're going to use the MAC, of course. Well, not of course. It's either MAC or Lancome, I suppose. But the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. Make my skin. That primer wasn't all the way dry, but anyway, I do like this mascara, but that primer wasn't. I thought it was, but it wasn't. I should have waited. I just hate waiting because it's taking up your time, and I don't edit out, you know, I don't time lapse it or edit it so that you guys can see in real time. Things don't, you know, things take time, especially if you're a beginner like myself, you know. It's going to take a lot of time, and if you have to try to guess what colors to use, well, it could take even longer, because trust me, been there, done that. Trying to figure out, like, oh, well, let's go with this color and then this color. And then either A, the colors don't look good together, or B, you've applied the whole palette to your eye when you didn't need to, or you were just trying to use as many colors possible, and it turns out bad all the time, every time. And that's where I go wrong a lot of the times. I try to do too many colors, and it goes wrong every time. Where if I just create a look using 4 or 5 shades, the look turns out great. But when I over apply it, then it looks bad. So then, you know, you think the palette's not good, when that's not the case at all. It's that I just didn't know what I was doing. So now I don't try to, you know, use every color at one time in a palette. I try to create cohesive looks that show the palette in the best light that it can be shown from, you know, a beginner's point of view, of course. Okay. There we go. And that's the look using the new palette by Tarte. I will do more looks, so don't worry. I mean, I'll try out more of these shades. And I think that going row by row, like I said, creates a really good look. But again, you know, you definitely could jump around. But I would say if I went this row, or even, ooh, like a quad, like boom, 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 would be cute. Actually, I like that too. If you did quads, even though I think this row looks good together, as you know, I really do think it looks cohesive. I think it looks nice. I think the colors go well together. But I also think that if you did quads, and I mean quads as in like here, these four, or what about like this, and this? Because I actually could see this green being cute with that color there or that color there. And some of them I can see going down. Even some I can't, but some I can. So really it's just preference, but at least it gives you something to look at. You know what I mean? It's just not all over the place and you have to guess. It does lead you somewhere if you needed the help. And if you didn't, well then you can jump all over the place and, you know. I definitely could see like a bronzier look, a blue look, a purple look, a green, like a, even a like a, I don't know which one, that's called Nine Lives, that's a cute name. I don't know what you would call this color. Is that teal? Is that what that'd be? It's like an icy blue, but oh my goodness. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's very sheer, but it's still pretty. Still pretty. But I mean, my goodness, some of these shades, I would swatch it, but that's not going to happen today. No. I will though swatch it, I promise. Probably in a different video. The palette came in really later in the day, you know, so I don't really want to be marking on my hands and arms and stuff. But I will swatch it within the next couple days for sure. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way, even if it's just to, you know, inspire you to do a look. Ooh, which your guidance is probably all you really need to create a look. You don't need my help because Lord knows I wouldn't go by what I say, okay? But if you did, you know, thank you. But if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday. And for the rest of the face, let me go through it really quick. Bronzers or Jacobs in Tantastic. Blush, Marc Jacobs in 504 Kink and Kisses. Is that right? Yes, it's the pink one. It's my busted up one. I refuse to get rid of it though. For highlighter, Charlotte Tilbury in their Glow Glide Face Architect highlighter, Champagne Glow. This little guy here, love it. That's highlighter. Foundation is my IT Cosmetics. No, it's not. My foundation is my NARS. I use my NARS today. The Sheer Glow foundation. Powder, Huda Beauty Pound Cake, and like pretty much the middle of my face, and then the rest of my face outer side is Lawless Perfecting Powder Light. Lips is the Pat McGrath in Suburbia lip liner, and then I topped it with the Makeup by Mario Rose Glow. That is it on my face. Brows, is something. I don't even like my brows. I hate doing brows. I suck at brows. I really do, as you can tell. Universal Taupe in the It Cosmetic Brow Powder. No, Brow Power, not powder. And that is it, right? Yeah. It's like, is there something else? I feel like there's something else, but there's not. And I even put earrings on, y'all. Look, I'm matchy-matchy today. Purple. Purple. My look's not so purple, though. It kind of went a little blue, but, you know. It is what it is. It matches enough for me, you know. I threw a purple in, you know. That's good enough for me. But that is all I have, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. That's it. Bye.